So I'm afraid of a few things. Clowns, spiders, Ajit Pie. But the one thing that I'm afraid of the most is when I have extremely low health and I can see a health pack. So I look left, I look right. I think I'm safe, right? But then I can hear something in the back. And then I know it's over. I have over 100 hours on Winston, and I hit Grandmaster for 2 seasons in a row playing this guy, so all you noobs out there can trust me when I show you what Winston is. If that's not enough, I know Winston on a deep, personal level. You see, we both have the same crippling addiction to peanut butter.
What are you doing?
It's not what it looks like.
You said you would stop.
I promise, I said I would.
You said you would stop!
So now that you know that I know Winston better than anybody in the world, you can trust me when I show you everything you need to know about Winston. Winston is a guerrilla scientist from space, and proof that somebody on the Overwatch development team was on some weird ass drugs when they made characters, okay? Winston was a young gorilla born on the Horizon lunar colony where he was genetically modified and became extremely smart. So smart that the head scientist, Dr. Winston, was assigned to teach Winston everything he knows. And that's basically how he got his name and how he got those glasses, so I'm not sure if those glasses are even prescription. Anyway, the other apes went all Rise of the Planet of the Apes on the scientists and took over the moon base. Blizzard, if you want to make another short film, it should be this, because this sounds amazing. Winston builds himself a rocket and goes from the moon to Earth, where he finally joins Overwatch. And to show you what this might have looked like, here is a demonstration by yours truly. So here's the moon, and then Winston was like, boom, and there's Earth. Winston's main weapon of choice is the Tesla Cannon, aka the Tickle Gun. It does 3 damage per round and can hit multiple targets, dealing up to 60 damage per second. So while it may not seem menacing at first, because its ability to hit multiple characters at the same time, it's actually an effective tool for crowd control. However, in 1v1 situations, the gun is pretty weak, so between shots, you're going to want to melee to get the most damage out of it. Also, you can use it to do a lot of different things that a lot of characters can't do that well. Like, you can use it to destroy Symmetra's turrets with ease. You can easily defeat Genjis because he can't deflect electricity. Anybody with very low HP becomes your Just don't try to kill tanks with it by yourself. Come on, it's just too weak, you noob. Winston has this jump pack, which is basically just a jetpack that shoots himself up in the air. Wherever he lands, he can do up to 45 damage if his thick booty lands on you. With this ability, you can reach every nook and cranny on every map. You can leap over weird areas and surprise enemies. You can jump behind enemy lines and then bully Zenyatta's and Mercy's until they uninstall Overwatch. Be careful, you can only use the jump pack every 5 seconds, so you can still be knocked off maps even when it's on cooldown, and you don't want that to happen because everyone on your team is gonna look at you and be like, really, Winston? How did you fall off the map, you stupid noob? Winston has a shield in the form of a barrier projector, but we cool kids out here, we call it a bubble, so don't get it twisted. It has 600 HP and covers a 5-meter radius. It uses Reinhardt shield technology to block enemy fire but allow your teammates to shoot right through it. But besides bullets, what ultimates does the bubble block?
Огонь по готовности!
Into the iris.
Of course, now we have Winston's ultimate ability, where he basically transforms into a gorilla. The real gorilla. You know what I'm talking about? That King Kong stuff. King Kong ain't got shit on me! When he uses his ultimate, he gets all of his health back and he gains an additional 500 health. His jump pack has only a 2-second cooldown, but he doesn't tickle people anymore. He punches the shit out of people. Punch enemies into corners. Use it to stall objectives or knock people off objectives. Use it to kill healers that are running away. Punch enemies off maps. Jump off the map, punch the enemy, and then jump back on the map because you're insane.
See ya! Oh, he gets back!
You know, just get creative.
That guy monkey.
Winston is the best in super mobile team compositions, aka dive comps. He works best with D.Va, Genji, Tracer, and pretty much all characters that can jump in behind enemy lines and secure a kill. Winston is the king of securing low health target kills. Maps that have a lot of high ground like Numbani or Temple of Anubis are maps where this monkey thrives. Winston also works very well in most capture point maps, as his barrier gets a lot of utility in these types of game modes. Paired with Zenyatta's Harmony Orb healing you and a Discord Orb on the enemies, Winston's meh damage actually becomes very threatening with his tickle gun. He is also one of the best characters for stalling a point with his ultimate, so switch to him when you need to hold an objective for much longer. Winston is a huge target, so characters like Reaper and Roadhog eat him up for breakfast. Once you're hooked by a Roadhog, it isn't looking too good for you. Winston can struggle against tank compositions like 3 tanks or even 4 tank compositions because his damage is quite minimal against characters with armor and a lot of health. Speaking of which, Bastion is basically gonna melt you in a second. There's no way you're gonna beat Bastion 1v1. Open maps like Junkertown can be difficult for Winston since diving can be countered a little bit easier. Also, super close quarters maps like King's Row can also be a little bit too tight for Winston as well. Winston is one of the best characters in Overwatch and is great in almost every situation. And I may be a little bit biased since I'm a Winston main, but I think he can be fun and enjoyable to play. But who cares what I think? I'm just a no aim, no brain Winston main. So leave down in the comments what you think about the gorilla scientist with a crippling addiction to peanut butter, which reminds me, this thick boy needs some peanut butter of his own, so